Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Best of the Best 17. As tradition, I would like to welcome out combatants. Coming out first, we have Curt, Stallion. Riddle. David Starr. Brandon Kirk. Tessa Blanchard. Janela. Gacy. Avalon. Myron. Trey, Miguel. And Zachary, Wentz.
The heck is this?
No way.
Well, this is Dan Cowie along with Ryan Zane and Khalif here tonight for Best of the Best 17.
Dan, this music sounds kind of familiar.
It sounds very familiar.
It could be. The crowd's starting to come to life with rhythm here.
Well, we were just getting along with our opening ceremonies here. All of our competitors were introduced by our owner, DJ Hyde, and then this music started to play, and it's been a long time since we've heard this music inside the combat zone. The music who this is for, I thought the man was retired.
That's what I thought.
And he was supposed to be in the combat zone a few weeks ago and actually pulled out of his scheduled match.
But not tonight, and he's here.
That is Rich Swann making his return to the combat zone here tonight. at Best of the Best 17, but he is not scheduled for the tournament nor in any other match here tonight.
Rich Swann is in the building. He is making his way through the CZW crowd.
Look at the faces of all the established competitors. They're not unhappy with what they're seeing. Are we looking at a welcome addition tonight? I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't seeing it right now. Rich Swann has returned home to the combat zone at Best of the Best 17.
This is the biggest of big deals. What does Rich Swann have to say to the combat zone?
Hey, DJ. This is CZW, and anything can happen. It's like nothing else. Indeed, I know you will not be up the Best of the Best 17, no inch. Y'all want to see me Best of the Best 17? Oh, this is CZW. I said, did you want to see me at Best of the Best 17? And ladies and gentlemen, your final entrant into Best of the Best 17, the returning Rich Swann!
Well, there you have it, Rich Swann, last-minute addition here for Best of the Best 17. Joe Gacy's a little upset about it because he was actually supposed to have a match with Rich Swann a few weeks ago.
And it looks like Gacy's trying to make his way to Swann. I mean, what does this mean to the competitors tonight? I mean, you weren't prepared for Rich Swann.
Nobody was prepared for Rich Swann. Throw your brackets out now.
Well, the one thing, he's been entered into the tournament, but we haven't found out what match he's going to be interjected in. We already have an even field. 4 matches of 3 competitors each.
Yeah,
one of them's going to a 4-way.
Ladies and gentlemen, your lineup for Best of the Best 17!
My God, the implications of this evening.
Well, Rich Swann back in the combat zone. Rich Swann entered into Best of the Best 17. We're going to clear out from the opening ceremony, and we have our first match just coming up in just a few moments. And I believe the first match will be Matt Riddle, Wheeler YUTA, and Curt Stallion in that match. And, of course, we have so much more here to come tonight, including the most anticipated World Championship match of the last calendar year. Maxwell Jacob Friedman challenges Rickey Shane Page. All that and so much more still to come here at Best of the Best 17.
Regulators. Regulate any stealing of this property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any G-talk be happy with the stealing, but it'll be nervy key.
It wasn't like that. Right now, when the tries on the shots, trying to conserve some spots with the cops, so I can get some help, driving around, shine on the just
Well, the bro has arrived here in Best of the Best 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king of pros, Riddle.
And I think it's pretty safe to say that Matt Riddle is the odds-on favorite to win the entire tournament.
I mean, Matt Riddle he's seen recent tremendous success in UFC. He's on a win streak. I mean, the guy's a specimen.
He was all over New Orleans 1 week ago.
I don't think we should undercut Wheeler Yuta or Curt Stallion at all here. It's best of the best. These guys are going to bust out their best.
Absolutely not. Wheeler Yuta earned his spot back at Proving Grounds after winning the Trifecta Series, which you can see that action right now at CZWstudios.com. And Curt Stallion has been quite the Midwest standout, earning his stripes in the Midwest of this country, but right now, both men are earning those kicks to the chest.
Matt Riddle lighting everyone up, but German suplex.
Oh, and look at him. Riddle just ate it. Right up. Oh, look at that.
Oh!
T-bone being served up here tonight at Best of the Best 17.
Matt Riddle putting everyone on notice that he is here and he is ready to rock.
Look at Riddle, a one-man wrecking machine here at Best of the Best 17. Taking on both Curt Stallion and Wheeler Yuta.
Operating as though it's a handicap match. These two will have to team up against him to keep him down.
I think you're right, Ryan. I think we just saw a little bit of that right there, but what's this now?
They're talking out the details. They know it's going to be an alliance that takes down this elite athlete in Matt Riddle. Nope, I was wrong.
Well, this is one fall to a finish here tonight. Only one of these men can move on to the second round of Best of the Best.
And I mean, maybe this isn't the worst strategy. Maybe these guys see if they can get the other one out and just make the quick, easy pin.
You're absolutely right.
I don't know if you're going to do it with slaps and chops, though.
No, Stallion is outmatching Yuta in this strike exchange. Wheeler's going to have to bring something harder than this.
They do need to get this match.
God!
They do need to get this match going before Matt Riddle gets back into the ring. That is for damn sure.
These guys wasting precious seconds while Matt Riddle's on the outside. They could be getting a decision.
Stallion sending Yuta into the ropes.
Reverses that up to the ropes and arm drag, bringing that back from his tour of Osaka Pro, I'm sure. Up and over goes Stallion. And a reversal. Locks him up.
Look at this. Look at.
Oh, a modified octopus stretch. That sucks. That just sucks to be in. It's hard to breathe. About every limb's getting twisted. Mousetrap hitting combination. Almost stole it there, did Yuta.
Oh, what a headbutt.
You can bring all the strategy to the mat, but once you're knocked out on your feet, that's out the window. Slick maneuvering.
Wheeler Yuta's so quick and agile.
In. Oh, beautiful drop kick. Kips to his feet. There's the bro.
And this is what I was talking about right here. Matt Riddle back into the ring.
Very early bro to sleep, followed by a German suplex.
1 count.
Ooh, broken up by Stallion.
Only getting a 2 count. And Curt Stallion now in on the attack of Matt Riddle. But Matt Riddle quickly, and this might not be smart, with Stallion exchanging blows.
With strikes with Matt Riddle.
Absolutely not. And Matt Riddle dropping down Curt Stallion right now.
Oh,
my God.
Senton with about as much weight as he could apply across the chest cavity.
Covering the count.
Only getting a 2 count as Curt Stallion able to break up that count.
I see one by Nick Papa Giorgio. Stallion going to try to stay in this Karelin lift into a big suplex. No regard for the well-being of his opponent, Matt Riddle came to collect the Best of the Best trophy.
You can't have any regard for it. This is Best of the Best, and you need to take out your opponents as quick as possible because one of these men could quite possibly wrestle in 3 competitions here tonight to take home the trophy.
Interesting to see all these athletes here at CZW. Something comes out of a professional wrestler when they enter the combat zone. They are sicker. They are more violent. It's exciting to watch. God damn!
Well, you have to imagine, just look at the history of best of the best. Jonathan Gresham won that trophy a few years ago, went on to win the CZW World Heavyweight Championship, and of course, Drake Younger won the championship and is now in our Hall of Fame. But right now, look at Riddle turning Stallion inside out, needed a face, hook in the leg. That has got to be it. 2-0.
How the hell did Curt Stallion kick out of that knee to the face? And now YUTA back to the inside, trading blows with Matt Riddle.
You got to admire how a guy like Matt Riddle can make destruction look effortless. He's maybe just broken a sweat. Barely.
And look how confident that man is in the ring.
Well,
he was a born star, a born competitor, born for the squared circle. But wait a second, Stallion!
Oh, air raid crash to the thigh.
This could be the opening he needed. Oh, stomps to the chest, hook in the leg. 2 and only a 2 count again. That was the first time I think Riddle has seen the lights here tonight.
This might be the best time to capitalize on a weakened Riddle. The air driven out of his chest. I see him gasping over there, reaching. He can't quite get off the mat.
Yeah, both Stallion and YUTA are definitely running close to E, but what a huge drop kick. And there's Riddle. There he is. Look at that submission hold.
Like he fell right into the spider's web.
Right in the center of the wing.
Just like a trap, and YUTA desperately trying to fight out of it. And look at those back elbows now. Those vicious back elbows. Riddle's taking it to high gear, but there's Stallion again in to break it up.
Stallion bucking like a bronco with that headbutt. He's not afraid to use that noggin to get the job done.
All 3 men are down, and one of them has to answer to a count of 10. It is not looking good for any of these men right now. Stallion desperately using the ropes to try to get to a vertical base, as is Matt Riddle. YUTA's crawling over those ropes. Whoa. Stallion low bridge, sending Riddle to the outside.
What a veteran maneuver.
YUTA and Stallion both in on the ring.
Ducks under Trey. Takes out the bro.
Suicide dive, taking out Matt Riddle. Stallion going in for some more himself.
That's it. That's how you do it.
Going to the top again. Will this pay off a third time? No.
YUTA missing. Stallion with the boot to the face. Off the ropes he goes. Oh, huge knee right to the nose.
Well, you want to cover him now while Matt Riddle's down. Matt Riddle's making his way to his feet. Take advantage of this time.
Got to worry about the young career of YUTA. He's taking a lot of abuse to the head tonight.
Oh, headbutt, sending Riddle down.
Smart move. Keep him out of the ring. He can't win out there.
You're absolutely right. YUTA in with that back elbow.
Oh, what a clothesline. Inside out.
Stallion turned inside out, landed on the top of his head, I believe.
And this might be the opening that YUTA needs. Or not.
YUTA being sent up and over. YUTA now climbing high atop the combat zone. Huge cross body, but Stallion caught him. Trying to lift them back up.
Stallion's got to have a light head. Stallion, excuse me, after all those headbutts.
Well, YUTA is deceivingly big. Dropping that neck onto the knee.
Given the speed of a YUTA, you'd be surprised.
Taking a lot of time here.
A little too much
Stallion,
time.
A lot of time. Matt Riddle's on the outside, dude. Get your pin. Get your win. This is...
Oh, what a pile driver.
My goodness.
Haven't seen one of those in about a week.
Hooking the leg.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Elbow drop. And a beauty.
He cleared 3/4 of the ring. And
oh, this is it right here.
Oh.
Hooking the leg. 1, 2, and 3.
Epidemic. The throw advances to round 2.
What a victory for Matt Riddle here in the first round. It's definitely cementing himself as the odds-on favorite here at Best of the Best 17. And like you said, Ryan, the man barely broke a sweat.
You got to think, if you're in the back, if you're watching this thing, you know you got to face Matt Riddle. Now, how does that change your game plan coming up?
No dent has been put in his armor. He's a real risk.
Look how I'm walking to the back like it's nothing. And he still could possibly have 2 more matches. But, of course, there's still a lot more action to come here in the first round of Best of the Best 17. And what a way we just kicked it off here tonight. Well, here we go, gentlemen. The first woman to ever compete in Best of the Best here is in the ring right now, and that is Tessa Blanchard, the daughter of Tully Blanchard, the stepdaughter of Magnum TA. She has wrestling blood running through her. But she is in the ring with Peter Avalon, our championship wrestling from Hollywood United Wrestling Network representative, and of course David Starr. David Starr, who has a lot of credentials behind him, but quite frankly, it's been a long time since he's won the big one here in the Combat Zone.
And you're talking about things that he hasn't won, and this has eluded him. This trophy, the Best of the Best trophy, has eluded David Starr throughout his entire CZW career.
Well, quite frankly.
And wait a minute.
Yikes.
Peter Avalon trying to pie face Tessa Blanchard, and
he'll get shown who Tessa Blanchard is real quick. That was a foolish maneuver and offensive.
You're absolutely right.
Everyone's going for the quick pin here, which is
Very
very
smart.
intelligent.
Peter Avalon getting in the face of Tessa Blanchard. David Starr putting the brakes to that fist.
Look at that mustache. You had to know he was going to be a creep about this.
Kind of sinister. It looks like he might try and tie someone to the train tracks.
Getting what society deserves here.
Well, quite frankly, Tessa Blanchard, I know, is in the gym on a regular basis. Peter Avalon looks like he has been in the gym in quite some time. He should be thankful that he's in Best of the Best 17, and he was just taken out of the ring by both Tessa Blanchard and David Starr. And here's the action going right back at it here in the center of the ring.
What a treat to see these two elite athletes ply their craft. A head scissors by Blanchard and a neck breaker. You might have a runaway victor in a few seconds here.
Oh, and wait a minute. If Peter Avalon
weren't such a creep.
And David Starr, clothesline from the top rope.
Yeah, the last time we saw Peter Avalon here, he was holding the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Heritage Championship. He no longer holds that, but David Starr now being stopped dead in his tracks by a crossbody from Tessa Blanchard.
You didn't see pops come off the top like that too often. Tessa Blanchard is a new age of athlete, and she's beating the crap out of David Starr right now.
Well, David Starr, he's not afraid to be in the ring with female competitors. He himself is a former WSU Tag Team Champion. Of course, WSU is scheduled to return to action later this year.
That bicycle kick to the face of Tessa Blanchard by Peter Avalon, and now David Starr clotheslined his head off. Jeez.
Stiff lariat. Did not take Avalon off his feet, though. And again.
David Starr sent him into the ropes.
Just keeping that wind out of his chest.
Oh, goodness.
Clubbing blows. And Peter Avalon not looking good here right now in the first round of Best of the Best.
Able to answer with a clothesline.
Whoa, whoa,
He's
whoa,
holding his own death belly driver. That could be the end.
And cover only a 2 count.
Glad to see David Starr still in this. He's riding a lot of emotion coming out of the WXW 16-carat tournament.
And
lose this.
David Starr has found himself as an internationally traveled athlete, recently competing in the 16-carat. But again, not really winning the big one here. The only championships he has here in the Combat Zone are the CZW Tag Team Championship and the WSU Tag Team Championship. So he always needed someone behind him to win gold here. And right now, moving out of the way. But Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard lights up the chest of Peter Avalon.
There's that wrestling heritage in her body. Oh!
Avalon with that kick to the face of Tessa Blanchard. He's now hung up, and now double knees to the face of Peter Avalon.
Poor Peter Avalon's going to have broken ribs by the end of the night.
Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Muscling up, Tessa Blanchard. Wait a second.
Whoa. Cover.
1, 2. Oh, so close to a 3 count.
Nearly a hammerlock pedigree.
Oh, jeez.
Ace crusher. Look out. That creep Peter Avalon's going to do something weird. Whoa. Just pitches Tessa outside. Hope she's all right there. Ribs are allowed to scoot through.
Look at
that bridge, look at that bridge.
Spin combination.
Two, and only a 2 count.
You're going to see a lot of very interesting technique tonight. I love this. Bouncing off the ropes, Avalon.
Whoa, big tornado DDT.
Peter Avalon, dangerous in the ring, covering a count. 1, 2.
Tessa's got to break that up. Good job, good job.
Tessa Blanchard made the save.
You got to keep this action going. This is going well for nearly everyone. Peter Avalon first to his feet. Is he going to be able to capitalize? This is the most in control he's been. Not for long.
This crowd rallying behind Tessa Blanchard as Tessa Blanchard showing Peter Avalon them hands.
Tessa Blanchard to walk into a company like Combat Zone Wrestling as a female competitor. The guts, the determination might all be shut away with that kick to the face.
Now Peter Avalon to the corner. David Starr
evades the monkey flip, uses the
there
ropes.
he was using the ropes. Come on, Trooper, pay attention.
Sweet shin music, and again.
Twice.
Bringing in that dude love flavor is David Starr.
David Starr going to work on that left leg of Peter Avalon.
And he can barely handle the pain.
David Starr. What a submission hold he's got here right now.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know, gentlemen. Anyone got a name?
Oh, that's it. He's got a
I believe that's a figure 7.
Wait a second. Tessa Blanchard now in.
Whoa.
She's
Also
hooking the
goes for
head.
Wait a minute.
Avalon's
He just tapped.
Uh-oh.
What the hell just happened?
Who won?
Trooper, what have you done?
Well, who the hell won? David Starr's music.
I mean,
Did David Starr
I would
win?
think it'd be David Starr. He initiated the hold. That would make sense to me.
I guess it's Tessa Blanchard. Now they're playing her music, or
AV is not even sure right now.
Well, DJ Hyde out.
here comes DJ.
Run, Trooper. Run for your job and your life.
I think it's quite clear. Peter Avalon has been eliminated from the tournament.
Right.
That has to be clear.
Hey, I would watch these two go for the spot.
Confusion at ringside. Oh. And
Can we just get through one show without any kind of controversy?
I think
One event around here?
Come on, man.
Well, that would just be like anything else.
So what's going on?
I think this crowd.
Just to recap, they both had their own submission holds in at Peter Avalon before he tapped out.
Hey. Starr, Tessa, I have a very simple way to solve this. You're both advancing to the next round to face Matt Riddle.
Whoa.
We got an additional 3-way match in the second round with 3 of the premier athletes in all of professional wrestling today.
David Starr, Tessa Blanchard, and Matt Riddle.
We've already seen the magic, Matt Riddle versus David Starr. Just imagine what's going to happen with Tessa Blanchard in that equation. But we have to keep the matches going here because there's still a lot of action to come here at Best of the Best 17. Of course, we have the World Championship match coming up later on tonight. But right now, let's send it back down to MLJ.
vocal. Wait.
Well, I've been wondering when they're going to get these idiots out of here.
Well, that's Max Caster. He was on commentary with me out in Asbury Park. Why the hell is he here?
These buffoons bought tickets just to troll.
Well, clearly he didn't do a very good job if he's back buying tickets.
Kirk had a lot of unsavory. I'm sorry, Caster had a lot of. Caster had a lot of unsavory comments about Brandon Kirk as well as CZW owner DJ Hyde. I don't know why the hell he's here tonight.
Tell him to get in line.
They've been taken away from this tournament the entire night, and I don't really want to talk about them anymore.
Let's just move on.
Well, there you go. Talk about a guy who was busy down in New Orleans 1 week ago. That was Joey Janela. I'm surprised he's able to function here tonight at best of the best 17. And, of course, on the other side, a man who really shouldn't. Oh, I guess we got our answer with what match
there he is.
Rich Swann has been placed into.
Of course, Joe Gacy was he was set to lock up with Rich Swann last month. We're getting a taste of that, I guess, here tonight.
Yeah, well, speaking of Joe Gacy, he really doesn't belong in the tournament. The spot belongs to Dan Barry, and it was. Yeah, the spot belongs to Dan Barry. But Dan Barry, because he messed up, he felt bad, and he offered the spot to him, which I guess is a kind gesture.
I mean, what more can you do?
But the man then beat him over it. Literally beat the man. And the thing is, he's still part of this fear. I don't get what Joe Gacy has over those individuals in fear. But then, of course, at Proving Grounds, Brandon Kirk went up against a former world heavyweight champion in Matt Tremont. Not only did he survive, but he was victorious in the Tangled Web match, the 9th edition of the Tangled Web match. It is quite an eclectic group of individuals we have in the ring right now. All 4 men bleed black and yellow, but only one man can move on to round 2.
About the classic we're about to see. Joe Gacy, Joey Janela, Brandon Kirk, and Rich Swann.
Both men up and over. Rich Swann and Joey Janela going at it now.
Pace picking up
These guys have their history. Oh,
that's the Rich Swann we know and love.
It's going to be magic between these two men as Rich Swann drop kicking Joey Janela to the outside. Brandon Kirk, the ultimate hybrid athlete here in Best of the Best 17, being taken out by Rich Swann.
The speed, the agility of Rich Swann and Joe Gacy. Mocking Rich Swann.
Whoa. You saw the face of Joe Gacy. Whoa, wait a second.
Rich Swann is at 100% strength here tonight.
Bringing in some of that cruiserweight
Wait
style.
a second, wait a second, wait just a second.
Whoa,
Up and over he goes, taking everybody out in the process. Rich Swann has not lost a step since the last time we've seen him here in a CZW ring.
Dan, I'm glad I waited a second. That was beautiful.
I mean, think about this. Joe Gacy, Joey Janela, Brandon Kirk, they had no idea that they'd be facing against Rich Swann tonight.
Absolutely not. You saw the face of Joe Gacy. He was absolutely irate when Rich Swann was added to the match. And right now it's Joey Janela taking out Rich Swann. Joe Gacy in. Oh, wait. Sending Gacy into Kirk. Kirk
picks Gacy up, a feat of strength. Throws him into, everyone's just getting thrown in that fireman's carry. Ooh.
Headbutt dropping Joey Janela down. Missing with that pump kick.
Oh.
Needed a face, stunning Joe Gacy. Ducking the clothesline. Side suplex, sending down Curt. But Curt, he ate it and got right back up.
And another side suplex.
Brandon Kirk has been on such a roll here in CZW, making his presence known here tonight. And wait a minute.
If Penelope Ford was going to get
Wait just a second. Crossbody taking out Brandon Kirk.
Janela, super kick to the face of Brandon Kirk. And
there's that gymnastic background from Penelope Ford. And the brute strength from Joey Janela. Remember, this is no disqualification.
All legal. Covering the count. This is it. 1, 2.
Only a 2 count.
Joey Janela almost moving along in best of the best on the power of love alone.
I mean, Joey Janela is no stranger to best of the best, but he hasn't had luck in best of the best in every outing. I mean, we saw the battle between him and Leo Rush before that essentially stopped him from what was considered easier.
Yikes,
Rich Swann.
That's going to cause some tweeting.
Super kick to the face of Penelope. And
a head scissors clips Brandon Kirk.
Oh, Joe Gacy. That's it.
That's it. Rich Swann.
Rich Swann not going to let that happen. He didn't come here tonight to play games. He didn't come here for one match and to leave. He wants to go home back to Baltimore, Maryland with that trophy.
Man, what a return it would be for Rich Swann to walk out of here with the trophy.
A great return to form. Joey Janela looking to get nuts.
Whoa.
Tope takes out Rich Swann.
Jeez.
You hear the thud on the floor there.
Janela now taking out Brandon Kirk on the far side of the ring.
Janela's not done yet.
Joe Gacy.
Janela, a heat-seeking missile, will be unfettered tonight, especially with Ford in his corner.
Now you got to make the pin. All three of these competitors now in the ring. Joey Janela to the top rope. What's
High
this?
atop the combat zone is Joey Janela taking everybody out.
Senton Atomico to all three men.
And now Janela's got to go for the pin. He could advance.
Joey Janela taking too much time here. He's wrapped up in that feeling of being the bad boy. He loves that reaction. Listen to the CZW faithful.
Oh! Triple super kicks to the chin of Joey Janela, who has yet to go down.
Will he, won't he?
Whoa. Oh, super kick to Gacy, super kick to Swann, and one more to Brandon Kirk, taking all three men out.
How long can Joey Janela continue this wave of momentum? How long can he stay in control?
What does he have on his mind? What's he?
Oh no.
What's this?
Joey Janela's not afraid of heights. We've seen what he can do. High atop the no!
Jeez.
Crashing and burning is Joey Janela.
My goodness.
Sciatica's no joke, folks.
Gacy now.
Oh, just a stiff punch to the jawline. Swann comes back with forearms. We're in an exchange now. Who's the tougher man? Ooh. Swann switches up his strategy. Big spinning kick, and Gacy falls.
Rich Swann now.
Brandon Kirk with a unique strike out of the corner.
Brandon Kirk now sending Rich Swann into the ropes, dropping him back down.
I think he got all of that one. He's looking to drop the returning Swann. No Cinderella story.
Wait. Kirk
Caster is now distracted by these men.
Oh,
why the hell are they still here?
Why the hell is Brandon Kirk letting this get under his skin?
What the hell is Max? This is the Shook crew. These guys are.
That's right.
Brandon Kirk taking the fight to the Shook crew.
That's what they call themselves, the Shook crew.
This is the Shook crew.
Don't give them any fuck. Don't give them any.
Yeah. Well, right back in the ring, we have Joe Gacy.
Wait a minute.
Squaring off with Rich Swann here, as there's a chaotic
Gacy.
Wait a second. No, he didn't.
Whoa. Kick kick to the chin of Joe Gacy, and now just cover him. DJ Hyde out here to try and make sense of the chaos at ringside.
Rich Swann springs into the ropes.
Wait a second, Joe Gacy. Oh, he got it.
That's that ace crusher he was looking for. Brandon Kirk's essentially disposed.
We got a hook in the leg. 1, 2, and 3.
Joe Gacy steals this one away. You might say he stole his entry even. Are we looking at the best of the best?
Well, look at the dejected look on the face of Brandon Kirk. I mean, he realizes that by being distracted by the guys at ringside, he totally could have been a part of this.
And Joe Gacy stealing his spot here in Best of the Best. Stealing his win here at Best of the Best.
I don't want to take away from this moment, but Joey Janela's losing it at ringside. He's tearing down.
What's he?
Oh, here we go again.
Janela is.
He's incensed.
Chaotic situation here at Best of the Best. Taken away from the most prestigious tournament in professional wrestling. Well, this should be the most interesting of the first round matchups, as these three men, along with Desmond Xavier 1 week ago at Welcome to the Combat Zone from New Orleans, which is now available on CZWstudios.com, they came out to introduce themselves to the world as the Rascals, the group that plans to take over the Combat Zone. But only one of these three friends can move on to the second round of Best of the Best.
And these guys are still friends. There's a lot of respect among the three of them. You see the handshakes and the hugs. This is simply about taking that Best of the Best trophy back to Ohio to the Rascals.
You know, all three men.
Nothing but love. Nothing but love between these guys. But someone's got to break out from the pack.
All three of these men are students of the Chris brothers. All three of these men have learned from, quite frankly, some of the very best that the CZW audience has ever seen.
You see, these guys know each other so well.
These are your next generation athletes, kids. Hot Fire, Myron Reed. Taking in the environment.
This is actually, well, I guess technically the second time now since he entered himself in a match with OI4K, Bandito, and Flamita 1 week ago. Welcome to the Combat Zone along with Trey Miguel. But Trey Miguel we've seen a few times now here in the Combat Zone looking to kind of make his mark finally in the Combat Zone. But, of course, we're all familiar with that man right there, 2-6 for this world, Zachary Wentz, a former CZW Tag Team Champion, quite possibly a best of the best winner as he's taken out his friend, Trey Miguel.
Zachary Wentz, of course, held that Tag Team Championship alongside Desmond Xavier, the fourth member of the Rascals, who is not here tonight.
Yeah, it was 1 year ago that their trainer, Dave Chris, took home the trophy from Orlando, Florida.
Jeez.
But there's hot fire taking out Zachary Wentz.
Top rope missile drop kick by Myron Reed.
Trigger Trey Miguel about to get happy here. Springs to the top.
Jeez.
Look at that pretty arm drag, ladies and gentlemen.
I've always been impressed with each outing that Trey Miguel has had here in the Combat Zone, and I've always wondered why he hasn't been here on a regular basis, but I'm pretty sure after being in Best of the Best, we could see him on a regular basis.
Whoa.
Along with Hot Fire, who's being taken out by those head scissors.
Just the fluid motion of Trey Miguel clearing the ring. And now what's he got on his mind?
The Fresh Prince of the Ring about to soar here.
Oh,
Is cut off by that hot fire. Forearm to the face. Zachary Wentz about to sneak in, though.
Zachary Wentz, one not to be outdone.
Oh, jeez.
Too sick with that Superman dive.
Using Trey Miguel for the boost to get to the outside.
And that's what that Best of the Best trophy means. These guys are willing to put it all on the line to walk out of here with that trophy here tonight.
And you got to imagine whoever wins, if any of them get to the final round, the other two will be right there shaking their hand, holding them up on their shoulders in victory. But right now it's Trey Miguel taking his friends out with that corkscrew.
Flipping tornado off the springboard. Trey Miguel wants this title bad. To be the best of the best. Could really break him out of the pack. Goes for the cover. Can't capitalize. Too much time.
Kick out by Myron Reed.
Takes his heel up to his face and a neck breaker. 1, 2, nada. Zachary went slow to rise. Whoa. Deep shoulder to the chest. Oh!
It's going to take a lot for these men to take each other out because they know each other so very well. Oh, man, nearly getting a 3 count, but Hot Fire coming from out of nowhere, coming from the skies to break up the 3 count.
Right out of his periphery, it was enough to shock Trooper Audubon into stalling his count.
Whoa! Look at that Superman over the corner and taking out both Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz.
I am in shock as to what I just saw here. He cleared the entire ring post and took out both other his competitors.
No strings on Myron Reed. No nets to catch him. He put it all on the line, and he's looking to get that victory.
Only a 2 count. The last man I've seen move with such ease over that corner was A.R. Fox, a well-accomplished athlete here in the Combat Zone, and that is a very high compliment for this young competitor here tonight.
Hear that forearm ricochet off the walls here at the Coliseum. Twist the arm. Will help him get momentum as he brings him across the ring.
Miguel sidestepping him, kick to the back of the head. Like I said a few moments ago, these men know each other so well. You can see
Myron Reed's in danger here. Ooh, a kick to the head as he was trapped in the ropes.
Trey Miguel now to the top rope.
Oh, Meteora!
We got a cover once again, but not hooking the legs, allowing Myron Reed to get the shoulders up before a 3 count, but smartly, Miguel staying on the attack, hooking the head. Oh, wait a second, what a reversal from Myron Reed.
That counter.
He's not looking for the pinfall here. He's going to follow up. He knows it's going to take more. Destroyer! But Trey Miguel is outside.
And there's Zachary Wentz. Myron Reed does not see Wentz, has made it back in the ring.
Oh, he sees him now.
Quick palm strikes here. Leaps to the top.
Oh, my goodness.
Magdalene there. Shades of Dave Chris, and he's going on to the semifinals.
What an incredible outing by all three competitors. Myron Reed, Trey, Miguel should not feel bad at all about this. I'm sure we're going to see very big things from this combination in the future. Tonight just wasn't their night.
You're absolutely right. What a victory. You could see shades of Dave Chris with that cutter. What Dave Chris called the Magnum. That was definitely too sick for this tournament.
What a tribute. What a tribute to their trainers, to their home, to their style.
There we go. Show of respect. These guys are still friends.
But you got to remember, there's still two more matches to go. 2 more matches to go here in Best of the Best for Zachary Wentz. Of course, we got David Starr, Tessa Blanchard, and Matt Riddle on one side of the bracket. On the other side, we got Zachary Wentz and Joe Gacy. And then, of course, we still have a Tag Team Championship and a World Heavyweight Championship match still to come. But let's send it down to Anthony Cortez Haynes.
Performance by you guys. Last week in New Orleans, we witnessed the formation of the Radicals. This week, we see you guys go against each other in Best of the Best. Zach, congratulations. How are you guys feeling when you're a stablemate moving forward? You know, they advertised this match weeks ago, so we had time to prepare. Coming into it, we knew that not all three of us could make it to the end. It's just not the way things would work. But the thing about the Rascals, just as strong as we are, accumulated, we are strong as individuals. Strong-minded and strong-hearted. Zach Wentz is going to the finals tonight, and Zach Wentz is going to win Best of the Best 17. Thank you guys so much. Best of luck to you, Zach.
I'll talk about no rest. Both these men competed in the second half of the first round, with Zachary Wentz just getting the victory just a mere minutes ago against his friends, taking on Joe Gacy here in the semifinals of Best of the Best 17.
And we see, of course, Blackwater has accompanied. I was wondering when Fear was going to rear its head at ringside. Blackwater accompanying Joe Gacy out to the ring today.
Just a little insurance policy there. If it's good enough for, can we say Janela? It's good enough for Joe Gacy. But that Blackwater, I have it on good authority. He's into creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. Kick to the face of Zachary Wentz, and Joe Gacy is going to send him into the ropes.
Gacy stole his spot here at Best of the Best, stole his victory to get to the semifinals. You got to believe he has no problems getting what he wants by any means necessary. But he's in the ring with Zachary Wentz. And Zachary Wentz, you saw how he put away his own friend in the first round.
You got to wonder what he'd be willing to do to Joe Gacy, especially in a dangerous scenario like this.
Oh, corkscrew, hook in the leg, 2 and only a 2 count.
Too much sauce on that.
Near fall by Zach Wentz on Joe Gacy.
Here we
He's
go.
looking to fly.
Off the ropes.
Wait a minute. Oh,
slowing
okay.
it down.
All right.
Slap to the face. Calling an audible mid-air. Quite possibly smartly, because the way Joe Gacy was moving, I don't think he had any room. He could have overshot him.
And, you know, guys these days are catching those topes with strikes of their own. I think it was very innovative of Zachary Wentz.
Gacy sending Wentz back into the ring. Off the ropes he goes. Oh! Missing.
When you're crashing down with all that weight.
Smartly going for the cover, but only getting a 2 count.
Gacy only hurting himself with that back senton.
Of course, the mind games of Blackwater, of course, at ringside. I mean, that's got to weigh in on you at some point.
Don't want to creep watching you.
Jeez.
It can be very unnerving. But Zach Wentz unfettered here, throwing those knife-edge chops at Joe Gacy. Maybe now is his chance to become a UFO, to take to the stratosphere.
Wait a minute.
Oh, what a headbutt! Oh. Stopping Wentz dead at his tracks.
I hate that sound. I hate the clicking of skulls.
Quickly going for that cover, hook in the leg. 2. Once again, getting that shoulder up before a 3 count, and you can see the frustration starting to set in. Joe Gacy here.
Zach Wentz has to be all kinds of disoriented. I mean, the momentum that he was carrying when he collided skulls with Joe Gacy is, oh my gosh.
And that frustration is boiling over with Gacy.
Spiel.
Trying to put away Zach Wentz as quick as possible so he can get as much rest as he can for the final round.
A very deliberate stalking pace here by Joe Gacy. When he knows he's in control, he's his most dangerous. And right now, Zach Wentz is going to feel the brunt of that. Oh. A sickening thud.
Tossing him across the ring once again.
Ragdolling him. Again, making destruction look easy tonight is the name of the game.
Joe Gacy very methodical in this onslaught against Zachary Wentz.
Just suffocating him. If an athlete like Zach Wentz can't get his air, it's going to be very challenging for him to ascend those ropes, to fly, to strike even, to collect his thoughts.
And he's reversing the pace here.
But Zachary Wentz is an athlete on another level.
You're absolutely right. Huge suplex. Trying to feed off our fans here. Head full of steam. And he's not done yet. Look at that. Huge drop kick sending Joe Gacy to the outside. And we've seen Zachary Wentz time and time again take to the skies. This time, take it to the skies and taking out Joe Gacy in the process.
Gacy driven the
Gacy's.
small. Oh, go on. I
was
see
going to
it.
say he's still on his feet.
The air driven out of him against those guardrails. Can he get back up at this point? Wentz, standing, shooting, star press.
That's it.
Hooking both legs and only a 2 count.
When your opponent's that big, you got to whip as much momentum as you can coming out of the air. Zach Wentz makes that shooting star press so effective.
I know I've been down, we've all almost been down on Gacy. You got to remember, Joe Gacy is a former CZW World Heavyweight Champion. He is a high-caliber athlete here, and he's showing it right now, taking out Zach Wentz with that kick with a pinning combination, but once again, only getting a 2 count. And there he goes. There Gacy goes for the Rings of Terror. Stretching.
Nowhere
Nowhere
for Zach Wentz to go.
Nowhere to go whatsoever as he's stretching, bending those arms awkwardly back on Zachary Wentz. But Zachary Wentz has the height, getting those feet on the bottom ropes, forcing the referee to break the count up. Break the hold up.
Joe Gacy frustrated. He's a former CZW World Heavyweight Champion, but this title has eluded him. The one thing that he's never won is best of the best. What does that mean? How is that in the mind of Joe Gacy? How does that affect it? Oh, wait a minute.
And the rules are a little different in this round. It's not like the three-ways where anything goes. But you got to believe with the chaos we saw in the first round, our referee here will make sure this match has a conclusive finish as Zachary Wentz driving the skull down. You saw Gacy trying to roll to the outside, hooking like 2 and only a 2 count. Once again, this match lives on here at Best of the Best 17.
Joe Gacy's head bounced off of that canvas, all his body weight onto the neck and spine of.
Come on now.
The referee seemed distracted. Blackwater was able to use his kendo stick. No,
not like this. Not like this.
No. What?
2 and somehow regaining consciousness and getting that shoulder up before a 3. Zachary Wentz knows how much that trophy, that Best of the Best trophy means. It was 1 year ago, his trainer, his mentor, Dave Chris, took that trophy home from Orlando, Florida, and we've seen the success that Dave Chris has seen over the last calendar year since winning that trophy. But right now, reversal.
Both these men want that same success. They want to rise another level in professional wrestling. More success, more honor.
And look at the strength on display from Joe Gacy. Sit down power bomb. 2. And only a 2 count again. Neither of these men are staying down for a count of 3.
Well, you see the frustration continuing to build on the face of Joe Gacy, now wondering what he needs to do to put away Zachary Wentz.
I mean, it's frustration for 2 reasons. One reason, the other opponent's not staying down. The other reason is they want to get out of the semifinals as quick as possible because they have the most rest time ahead of them right now.
What? Wait a minute.
Is Gangone here?
No way.
Well, someone's going to even out Blackwater being out here.
Gangone. Of course, Fear and House of Gangone.
We have not seen the House of Gangone since Asbury Park.
Oh, wait a minute.
There it is again. There's that one again.
Is that Zachary Wentz?
1, 2, and 3.
Zachary Wentz walks away with the victory. He advances to the finals over Joe Gacy. Oh, my goodness.
Well, who knows what Gangone's music was all about. But right now, all that matters is Zachary Wentz is following in the footsteps of his trainer, his mentor, Dave Chris, and he is in the final of Best of the Best 17s. And you can see how irate Joe Gacy is right now.
Joe Gacy not ready to leave here. Something about Joe's tonight.
Joe Gacy calling out Anthony Gangone, thoroughly incensed at the fact that the distraction cost him a victory here tonight and advancement in the Best of the Best tournament.
Yeah, well, temper tantrum being thrown here by the Fear's leader, Joe Gacy. Oh, come on now. Come on now.
No grace in defeat here by Joe Gacy.
I mean, I would be frustrated too. At the beginning of the entrances here, I was thinking to myself, Matt Riddle got the luck of the draw. He was in the very first match. He had the most rest time, and we saw the way he left that match, seemingly completely relaxed and completely confident. But then the music hit for both Tessa Blanchard and David Starr. We have three of the best pure athletes in professional wrestling today in the semifinals.
You're absolutely right. Whoever advances out of this contest definitely has their work cut out for them.
You've got to imagine no one wanted to draw the Matt Riddle card in this tournament, but perhaps with two more combustible elements in Tessa Blanchard and David Starr, the Bro could see defeat tonight.
You're absolutely right.
Tessa Blanchard back on the ride, exploder suplex. Her neck is not happy.
And we saw how things went down a few months ago when David Starr and Matt Riddle were in the ring. So, like I was saying, I thought Matt Riddle drew the lucky card. Maybe not. Maybe not after what I see. But right now, my first instinct might have been correct.
David Starr's getting abused right now, but he's not going to take it for long.
Matt Riddle laying out David Starr and Tessa Blanchard, asserting early his position in this. Oh, my.
Did you hear that?
Ate that. Jeez, kick to the back of the neck.
If you came to best of the best for stiff, you're about to get it.
Look at the strength. Yeah. Look at the strength, just carrying David Starr like he's a sack of potatoes.
David Starr is usually the one used to pounding and grounding people, but tonight that's Matt Riddle's game, along with some suplexes, dumping competitors left and right.
You can be the best at a style of wrestling, or you need to do something different. And I think right now, David Starr needs to try something a little different on an athlete like Matt Riddle.
The CZW crowd showing their respect for Matt Riddle, who just kicked the bare chest of David Starr.
Starr crawling, hoping to...
David Starr needs to change his game plan up. He needs to go back to that amateur wrestling style that really brought him to professional wrestling. But right now, Matt Riddle's completely focused on David Starr. And there's Tessa Blanchard high atop the combat zone now. Using all of her muscle, all of her weight to take out Matt Riddle.
That lung blower incapacitates the MMA master Matt Riddle, the king of bros.
I think we're going to see a little
David
teamwork.
Starr letting her take that first suicide dive through the bottom ropes. David Starr going through the top ropes. Both Tessa Blanchard and David Starr taking out Matt Riddle. And now these two competitors here square one in the center of the ring in the semifinals of best of the best 17. And despite the early advantage that we've seen Matt Riddle, these two competitors have completely taken him out of the equation right now.
Listen to this reaction right now.
I think this crowd is split. One half Tessa Blanchard, one half David Starr.
Tessa doing a good job of evading those strikes from Starr. Really putting the hurting on Dave.
Tessa Blanchard wants to make the most of this moment, being the first woman to ever enter best of the best. But right now, one little mistake, or maybe not, reversing it, sending David Starr into the ropes. Huge back elbow. The David Starr following up with a drop kick to the lower back.
Right in that lumbar region. That's going to affect David Starr for the rest of the night should he advance. Twisted the arm. Goes for the cutter, but David Starr not having it.
Oh, huge clothesline, sending down Blanchard, and here comes Riddle back in the ring, and Riddle looks completely irate. Oh my God, look at the strength on display.
My God.
Double German suplex.
Good night.
Bro.
Jeez. The dominating force of Matt Riddle just kicked the head off of David Starr.
Hook in the leg with Tessa Blanchard breaking it up. Trying to do everything she can to stay in this. But Matt Riddle with ease bringing her up and
throw to
Jesus.
sleep.
Knee right to that face.
Matt Riddle doing a good job of keeping all of his bases covered. Almost takes out Steve the ref. Bro. Got a lot of little bros in the audience tonight wearing their Matt Riddle t-shirts. What a treat it would be to see them.
Look at Matt Riddle just with confidence, with ease.
Celebrate this best of the best victory.
With confidence and ease, suplexing David Starr.
He took a fraction of a second and let him think about exactly where he was going to land.
And this is almost Starr's worst nightmare come to life right now. Oh, maybe not. David Starr getting those knees up.
Veteran tricks, not the wrestling, not the mat wrestling. He lulled him.
And there we go. There's that mat wrestling. But once again, like a fly trap, like a Venus fly trap. He has got David Starr all tangled up.
That's got to be it.
Wait just a second. Tessa Blanchard
looking to save the match here from the top rope.
Oh, man.
Back senton affects both of her opponents. Can she capitalize? Can she get a pin?
I think now's probably the best time to get Riddle is while he's down.
Everyone's weathered. Everyone's a little hurt right now in the second round. It's starting to show.
Riddle now face to face with Tessa Blanchard, second generation athlete here in the combat zone right now. First lady to ever compete inside Best of the Best, and she is showing no fear in the face of Matt Riddle, the odds-on favorite. And Jesus Christ, God Almighty, Matt Riddle showing no regard to Tessa Blanchard. He does. Oh, wait a second! Wrapping it up. Cover 2 and 3.
David Starr's moving on.
David Starr just defeated Tessa Blanchard and Matt Riddle.
David Starr capitalizing on one mistake. The one mistake Matt Riddle made the entire night, and he was completely focused on Tessa Blanchard. One mistake took Matt Riddle out of the game, and David Starr heads back to the finals of Best of the Best to take on Zachary Wentz. David Starr is looking to finally win that big one all by himself here tonight. What a match. What a match. There is no shame in losing in that match we just saw.
Show of respect. Matt Riddle, Tessa Blanchard, that's what it's about.
Give it up to the only female Best of the Best competitor, Tessa Blanchard, and Matt Riddle, who transcends sports.
And what a showing by the first ever female competitor in the Best of the Best tournament.
I hope with WSU's return right around the corner, I hope Tessa Blanchard is right back on that roster.
Oh, she's championship material for sure.
Here it comes, boys.
That's not just the humidity making you sweat.
That is the ominous entrance music of Storm of Entrails.
If you were coddled as a child, you were lied to. Monsters are real. Dan O'Hare and SHLAK, the Storm of Entrails, looking to take the CZW Tag Team titles tonight.
For a little old thing, little boys bang bang. Swann big gang. Long lips. Yeah, why split mama while I slang my kind. Long lips. Cockroaches in the rats. Hand downs with the cats.
The CZW World Tag Team Champions, Dave McCall, Nate Carter, the Rep, accompanied by Maven Bentley.
Yeah, accompanied by the man who's the sole reason they ever got a championship opportunity. The man, the sole reason they are still holding those CZW World Tag Team Championships. But you can see the storm of Entrails mean business tonight because they demanded that our ring crew take off our nice, fancy, clean, best of the best canvas. They're looking to draw some blood here tonight in the Coliseum, here tonight at Best of the Best 17.
Tension's already rising in the ring. We haven't even announced our competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, one fall for the Combat Zone Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action is Trooper Avalon. Introducing first, to my right, they are the challengers. Fighting out of Satan's tour bus by way of Schitt's Creek with an official combined weight of 495 pounds. The team of SHLAK and Big Stair, they are the Storm of Entrails. And their opponents, to my left, they are coming to ringside this evening by Maven Bentley. Fighting out of West Philly with an official combined weight of 450 pounds, the team of Nate Carter and Dave McCall, the reigning tag team champions, the Red.
Who could forget the knockdown dragout between the Rep and the Awakening at Proving Grounds?
Yeah, and who can forget the fact that Maven Bentley is the reason they won that match. Maven Bentley also is part of the reason why the Storm of Entrails failed in their attempt to cash in that ultimate opportunity coin.
Crowd letting Maven Bentley know what they feel about him.
You know, Maven Bentley was a man I used to respect here in the Combat Zone. Probably one of the men that I respected the most here in the Combat Zone. But the way he has taken his position of power here and has thrown his weight around for these two men, two men who I thought were fine competitors. I don't know what has happened over the last calendar year.
And they still are fine competitors. I think the fact that Maven Bentley's taken an interest in the Rep, at the least, is probably fine. These two are very good tag team wrestlers, and they really put in the work. That name, the Rep, isn't just a name. It's something that they earned. Now, the tag titles, on another hand, you might have a point. Maven Bentley earned those. And yeah, there you see him grabbing the titles. How apropos.
There he is again. I mean, he's throwing his weight around again. Those titles, I don't know if they're supposed to be in his possession during the match, but let's get this thing started. SHLAK and Nate Carter.
Yeah, the man built like a tank in the ring with SHLAK. And look at these two heavy hitters go.
When you said the man built like a tank, I was trying to figure out which one you meant.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Nate Carter, not afraid of SHLAK, not afraid of the tattoos, not afraid of that steely look in his eyes.
Not afraid to collide skulls with the big man.
The one thing that's different this time around, the Rep are ready. This match was announced earlier this week, so they knew that this match was coming up. It's not like last time at Proving Grounds where they cashed in that coin at the last second. And right now, SHLAK dumping Nate Carter around. Quite frankly, he's throwing that man around like he's a cruiserweight.
SHLAK's already bleeding from those headbutts, but he's unfazed. He might always be phased. I feel like SHLAK exists on a plane no man will ever understand.
I feel like you're right.
Right now,
SHLAK put up in the air, a spine buster, no small feat.
One.
Might have been brought back to reality, but there's the big scare in to break up the count.
Dave McCall to respond.
Dave McCall hasn't taken his snapback off yet. That's ridiculous. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Look at Maven Bentley standing off Nate Carter.
You got to keep him cool now.
That'll hurt your rep. SHLAK's calling for a mic.
What's this?
If you ever wanted to give someone a soapbox, Emma, why do you make it SHLAK?
Fuck Maven and fuck DJ Hyde. You want to see some violence?
I wouldn't mind that.
Fuck this normal match shit. CZW rules.
SHLAK appointing himself the new sheriff in town.
Of course, Maven Bentley is saying
would you stop him?
absolutely not.
You pussies too wet.
Whoa. Some of that toxic masculinity for the rep.
The dick worked.
Yikes.
Fool me.
They just touched a nerve.
They are touching nerve as
lot of
Dan
nerves.
O'Hare is just rearranging the furniture. Some ultra-violent feng shui here at Best of the
And
Best.
Nate Carter is responding with chairs of his own.
The rep is down. This is great. The entire canvas is covered in steel right now. There's nowhere safe to land.
Dave McCall.
Oh, jeez!
That's why you don't bring plastic to a steel fight.
The ricochet from that chair might have broke Dan O'Hare's fingers.
Oh, look at those two headbutts sending both men crashing down. McCall. Oh, Jesus! Missing Dan O'Hare with the chair. And
Double knees to the chair to the face of Dan O'Hare.
The rep is not afraid to get ultra violent.
This encounter has been.
you know what's funny? I'm sorry to step over your words here, but you know what's funny here is Maven Bentley talked about in our meeting how you have to be careful about what's going on, and it's our new home here. And he just, quite frankly, just said, oh, well, when Dave McCall nearly took out a fan with that chair. This shows how much he's thrown his weight around. And right now the rep is picking apart SHLAK.
When you're the man, you can do that, and that chair is completely wasted. Double knees to the face of SHLAK. And now Nate Carter and Dave McCall send SHLAK through that steel chair.
Combination twisting neckbreaker Samoan drop. SHLAK just knows it hurt. Maybe it hurt SHLAK. Dan O'Hare not gonna let his friend get harmed alone.
The rep now have isolated the storm of entrails away from each other. Oh,
The agility of Dan O'Hare. Backflipping out of that double back suplex and a double bulldog.
You wouldn't expect a man the size of Dan O'Hare to be able to pull that off, but he's so athletic and surprisingly scarily athletic.
Ultra-violent athletes are like no one else on this planet.
You're absolutely right. Like nothing else is the competition here. Ultraviolent, I've been saying it for years. It takes a special man just to become a professional wrestler. It takes a more special man to enter willingly into a death match. And quite frankly, the rep did not enter this match willingly. Because right now, it's SHLAK and O'Hare have isolated Nate Carter. And this, oh no.
Oh, this is bad.
This is very bad right now. A chair over the face of Nate Carter. Dan O'Hare with another chair. God almighty. And that could take home the CZW Tag Team Championship. SHLAK rolling him over. Cover. 2 and once again.
Dave McCall in to break it up. He quite possibly could have saved the championship reign of the rep.
That's exactly what he did.
Oh, no.
Are you sure about this, Dave?
I don't know that I'd be trying to do that with Dan O'Hare.
I don't think so either. I mean, I've seen Dave McCall's really known for his footwork, quite frankly. If it was a kickboxing match, McCall's got it. But a barroom fist fight, I'm leaning with the big scare right now.
Definitely on the bar
Streets
end
of West Philly.
About to get represented across the face of Dan O'Hare.
Oh, man.
I couldn't imagine the show.
Oh, SHLAK!
Oh, my God.
SHLAK and Carter.
A little too much jaw jacking.
We've seen bar fights before.
And now.
And we'll see bar fights again.
And now SHLAK and Nate Carter challenging one another to a bar fight, as it were.
Quite frankly, this one's even scarier.
Oh, much.
The two heavy hitters of the group.
SHLAK.
And that's coming from a group that, quite frankly, both men are heavy hitters. SHLAK got one shot in before McCall and O'Hare broke it up.
And
they're pissed off at their partners for breaking up the fight.
So volatile.
Oh, wait, they're actually asking them to join in.
So volatile is the nature of the combat zone.
well, there's a certain grace to this
You're absolutely right.
and etiquette.
Is it called disgrace? Who's going to throw the first blow? It looks like the rep.
Oh, SHLAK got a shot in.
SHLAK got a shot in on the chair.
SHLAK knocked himself out of the chair. My
Too much
goodness.
monster for the furniture.
Nate
And
Carter-
Nate Carter trying to capitalize on it. Whoa!
Yikes.
We're going to try this again with a new chair. Oh, wait a second! Dave McCall with that footwork, and there's SHLAK tackling him like a linebacker. And we got just a chaotic situation as Dave McCall here, helping out his friend Nate Carter.
Furniture being rearranged all over the place as Dave McCall and SHLAK duke it out in the ring.
SHLAK just blatantly choking there.
Well, this is CZW rules, which that means no rules, absolutely none. All we need to have is a pinfall or a submission.
Oh, so he's at home.
Oh.
That sounds about right.
Headbutt to the
oh,
Overhead belly to belly into the corner. Very little room to protect yourself there.
the big scare taking out Nate Carter. Trooper Audubon has his work cut out for him in this match.
Dan McCall stalking Dan O'Hare. Just a big old slap to the shoulder blades. It'll shock your system.
What's Dave McCall setting up for here?
Pain. You got some ultra-violent construction. Took a lunch break there.
He picked up the chair, saw it was broken, and figured he might as well just launch it at SHLAK.
Anything to keep SHLAK down, away? Can you keep SHLAK down? Dan
Right
O'Hare
now,
ducks the
Dan
line.
O'Hare's not staying down and just dropping McCall face first onto the seat of that steel chair.
It's a good way to break your ribs.
A variation on, I'll call it a release awful waffle. Dan O'Hare pulls out some crazy tricks in the ring. And now he's going to up the ante. We're out on the apron here.
Oh, what's this?
Well, this is not looking good for Dave McCall.
Everyone really missed pile drivers last weekend, huh?
Dan O'Hare! Oh, man! Oh, God almighty! Dan O'Hare being sent crashing to the floor of the Coliseum here. Meanwhile, back in the ring, SHLAK and Carter fighting to get to a vertical base.
I've got my feet on this floor. It is AstroTurf, and then it is cement. Dan
You
O'Hare
could feel that thud.
Oh,
And there's SHLAK. No, God, holy SHLAK! Power bomb! And SHLAK's not done yet. Oh, no. We've seen this before. He's got that camel clutch on. He's going to humble Nate Carter.
Center of the ring, Dave McCall is down. Nowhere for Nate Carter
This
to
could be
go.
it. The titles could be coming home.
And
Oh,
now
he's
he's going to
that
use
chair.
it for extra leverage across the throat of Nate Carter.
The
This has
window's
got to be it. Oh, no.
Oh, come on. Maven Bentley once again.
I think all he did there was piss off SHLAK.
There's the bag.
Uh-oh.
that ain't for groceries,
SHLAK doesn't
folks.
give a damn about his paycheck whatsoever. Oh, no. Oh, long blow.
All is fair in ultra violence. SHLAK.
What's
Oh no!
Oh,
Maven
no.
Bentley.
SHLAK
Come
now
on,
for the
Maven
first time being suffocated in the middle of the ring. And you can see SHLAK fighting for his life, trying to rip that bag off.
I don't think Maven Bentley realizes what he's just done.
Well, Nate Carter now. Oh, God.
Scrambling the brains of SHLAK.
Oh, God. A second chair shot to the skull.
Hey, I know there's no rules, but Trooper should really step in at this point.
Nate Carter relentless in his attack on
Oh,
the head
God.
of SHLAK.
3 chair shots to the head. Mercifully, it's over. Shockingly, it's over. Shockingly, the ref. shockingly, the rep using the tactics that the Storm of Entrails are known for and putting them down here tonight at Best of the Best 17.
Not for nothing, but it is a viciousness combined with the street smarts of Maven Bentley that's holding on to those tag team titles.
I don't know if
respect
that's
the hustle of the rep tonight.
I don't know if that's street smarts or just straight up they're willing to do whatever it takes to win.
It's smarts, it's smarts. We don't have to apply to just the streets. It's 2018.
Wait a second, gentlemen. We got Storm of Entrails now yelling at each other.
That's a recipe for disaster.
For Storm of Entrails, this is their second attempt to wrestle those tag titles away from the rep. No success on either occasion.
You don't see SHLAK downtrodden ever.
Well, this just means that the rep is heading over to the UK in 1 month's time, a part of Extreme Measures with IPW. For all the details, you can visit czwrestling.com for our tour of the United Kingdom. But, gentlemen, up next, the most anticipated World Championship match in the last calendar year. Wait just a second.
Dan O'Hare's.
Oh, no.
He's got that. What the hell? Oh, what
the hell? He just wiped his. Wipe that blood on the shirt of that young man at ringside.
Are we live? He just motorboated a child. For Dan O'Hare's sake, let's just cut that.
Well, anyway, the most anticipated World Championship match in the last calendar year is coming up in just a few moments as MJF, our current and reigning CZW Wired Champion, challenges Rickey Shane Page. Let's send it back down to MLJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, one fall for the Combat Zone Wrestling World Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action is senior CZW official, Mr. Nick Papagiorgio. Introducing first in the corner to my right, he is the challenger. Fighting out of Plainview, Long Island, New York, with an official weight of 215 pounds. He is the current CZW World Wire Champion. He is the 2-year vet, and he is better than you, and you know it. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And his opponent to my left, fighting out of Sandusky, Ohio, with an official weight of 304 pounds. He is the current, reigning, defending Combat Zone Wrestling World Champion, the 17-year vet, Rickey
The CZW World Heavyweight Champion Rickey Shane Page to face off against the Wire Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And you see the heavily taped shoulder of Rickey Shane Page. I've never seen his shoulder taped up like that before here in the Combat Zone.
Could be long-lasting effects. He works a very, very, very difficult type of match in death matches very regularly. He's taken high falls, has fallen into sharp objects.
Well, quite frankly, I mean, he's a hybrid athlete here in the Combat Zone. It was 2 years ago. He was fighting for a job here in the Combat Zone here in the Best of the Best tournament.
Now Maxwell Jacob Friedman, 2 years into his career, will challenge Rickey Shane Page.
Yeah,
what a clash of individuals. No two in the locker room I could really line up and say they're polar opposites further than MJF and RSP.
Yeah.
RSP is a hard-working man from the Midwest. Maxwell Jacob Friedman is a trust fund baby.
Spoiled rich kid.
Yeah. It's a very clash of styles here tonight in the Combat Zone. And you have to remember, Rickey Shane Page basically signed away any kind of leverage he had last month at Proving Grounds. He agreed to the fact that he would not go to his ultra-violent roots whatsoever in this match.
Champ's got something to prove here tonight, and that's exciting to see.
Of course, Maxwell Jacob Friedman won the Combat Zone Rumble to get this opportunity tonight.
Yeah, Maxwell Jacob finally also still claiming to be undefeated here in the Combat Zone.
It's tactics like that. The 2-year vet has studied all of the greats, all the defensive wrestlers. He's going to get under the skin of RSP. You can see it on the champ's face right now.
He's going to do everything he can to not actually compete against Rickey Shane Page. He did it last month at Proving Grounds in a tag team match. He's pretty much done it his entire stay here in the Combat Zone. He's done the bare minimum to get by.
But a master of the mind games, whether you see it or not. Because he's not a twisted individual. He just gets his own means. By any means necessary, but tonight.
Yeah, he cries and whines, brings in lawyers to demand record books be changed. There's an asterisk next to that undefeated streak here in the Combat Zone. An asterisk. Let's remind everybody of that. And right now, Rickey Shane Page with that
hammerlock. They're exchanging hammerlocks right now. Kind of a show of, I can do this better than you.
Yeah, you know, Rickey Shane Page, he's made it very clear every time he's in the ring that despite what he's known for the death matches and the hardcore style. Despite his looks, he can wrestle with the very best of them, and he did it 2 years ago at Best of the Best.
And MJF working on that left arm of RSP.
In a matter of seconds.
Left arm. Ooh. So I'm just driving into the canvas there with his leg.
That was smart. That was unique. Yikes.
The trash talk never ends with Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
It didn't take long. RSP's down on the mat. MJF standing tall. But again, to his credit, RSP switching up his wrist lock varieties. Can he upend in this clash?
Both these guys in the feeling out phase of this.
Does Friedman ever shut up?
No.
Like, he's still talking. Like we're still in the early goings of this match. Yeah, Rickey, teach him some manners here.
A chicken wing applied. Don't get that confused with a hammer lock. He's got the arm barred up behind the tricep and now just grabbing the ear.
That's just somebody needs to teach this guy a lesson.
Old granny style from RSP. Grabbing the ear. The front face lock, front chancery. He's looking to gain control of the wrist again.
You can see how almost like with ease.
Well, that's that experience.
Yeah.
He's just walking Maxwell Jacob Friedman around.
And Friedman's is shocked at the wrestling prowess here of our champion, but we've all seen him now for a few years here in the combat zone. There should be nothing shocking about what you see right now coming out of our champion, RSP. We got a cover here too, and nearly a 3 count.
The agility of the CZW heavyweight champion, Rickey Shane Page, surprising Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who's going to catch his breath on the outside of the ring.
See, that's what happens when you get into the ring and stay in it for more than 3 seconds at a time. At some point, Max, you're going to have someone better than you, and quite frankly, that's RSP.
Friedman wisely breaking up the momentum. Didn't want to get RSP on too much of a roll early on in this contest.
He's mocking. MJF is mocking RSP, telling the audience to applaud his efforts. He's going to continue to dig under the skin of Rickey Shane Page until he makes a mistake, if he makes a mistake. Oh! MJF throws the first strike, a kick to the gut. Now back to a headlock. Rickey Shane Page squeezing as he gets his air back. He takes some out of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, sends him off the ropes.
Effortless shoulder tackle by Rickey Shane Page.
Oh, man. Some Lucha Libre style evasion from the champ. Rolls through, he's got the cover. 1, 2.
Oh, look at the strength of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Friedman trying to muscle Rickey Shane Page. That might not be smart right now. As Page reversing it here.
Might have expended all his energy on that bridge up. And now the backslide. 1, 2. 2. Small package. Don't tell him I said that.
Whoa.
Both competitors to their feet. Kipping up.
And that's the thing about MJF. I mean, his attitude sucks. The way that he treats people is not good. But, I mean, he's a hell of an athlete.
You can see in both men's face, their face tells the entire story. Friedman, frustrated, irate. Rickey Shane Page's confidence, proving that he is deserving of the World Heavyweight Championship as Maxwell Jacob Friedman continues to run his mouth despite really truly not gaining the upper hand here in this match.
It may be harder.
Again, controlling the pace, making sure that he does not allow his opponent to gain any momentum is Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
He can run away all he wants, but you can't win the CZW World Heavyweight Championship by walking away.
Well,
you just can't do it.
He's about to be met by the CZW World Heavyweight Champion.
MJF setting RSP on a chase.
Missing with that elbow. Sidestepping him, sending him right into the corner. Uppercut.
European lifter. And up.
Oh, just chucked him across the ring.
Yeah. Started out as a vertical suplex.
Yeah, Rickey didn't want to go with him. Rickey had the strength to just toss him, and, why take the fall?
You can also see, a difference between them. Rickey's actually still showing a little bit of respect to the competitor. Well, Maxwell Jacob Friedman demanding mercy now and not being shown any.
Well, that chop just echoed across all 4 walls here in the Coliseum.
Kick to the shin.
Little to no effect on Rickey Shane Page. He's going to let him get up. Nick Papagiorgio stepping in, telling the champ.
Again, you hear MJF begging for mercy.
Is that the quality you want in a combat zone wrestling world heavyweight champion? I'm not
Absolutely,
sure.
absolutely not, especially a combat zone wrestling world heavyweight champion, a man that really has to be a hybrid competitor, willing and able to compete in any match at any time.
And when you think about some of the greats, you could never picture any of them begging.
Absolutely not, especially when we're right around the corner from TOD. Coming up this June. For complete details, visit czwrestling.com. But right now, Rickey Shane Page turning up the heat on MJF.
A whiplash of a body slam. Now it looks like the champ's going to use his mass. Whoa.
Whoa.
Tope con hilo, he saves himself.
Not that smart, Max. Not that smart, pal. RSP landing on his feet and giving him the business.
Slamming his head off the apron. He's going to scramble the brains of Maxwell Jacob Friedman, possibly his greatest asset.
Oh.
Yikes. A stiff shot to the jawline. Champ might be able to take the count out here.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Rickey Shane Page won't take a count-out victory. That's not what he's about whatsoever.
In fact, we just saw him break the count of the ref.
A very honorable champion. Are we going to get some fan participation here?
Oh, man.
Kids, don't try it at home. Just tell your parents to bring you to CZW.
Well, so this is the advantage of having a ringside ticket here, I see.
This is an advantage of not being a complete D-bag to these fans in attendance.
And
Nick Papa Giorgio, you can see he's not really sure. He wants to throw this contest out, but he knows the lawsuit that will be waiting from him with Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He also knows, quite frankly, there might be a lawsuit to all these fans now, because that's the kind of guy MJF is.
I hope these fans have their lawyers ready. I do feel like we might hear some chirping from the legal team of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
I hope these fans have lawyers.
Exactly.
We're not done.
I
thought he was done. Oh, that was just
Nicholas who? That kid had some hands.
Little choplet.
A slap to the face, it looks like. MJF inching towards the entranceway. He might be trying to flee.
Oh, you saw him just.
Here we go.
And there's that opening MJF needed, going right for that shoulder that you pointed out earlier, Khalif.
A springboard divorce court, very innovative, very smart. He's going to focus on that left arm of the champion. Just twisting it and driving it into the mat.
And look at this.
All right.
Look at the arrogance from
MJF's
Maxwell.
offense is about to open up.
You know, after the way this match is going, you might want to stop with the confidence and going after the crowd. You might just want to stay on your opponent.
And that tape around the shoulder of Rickey Shane Page is just like a bullseye.
It's
to
gone.
MJF.
It's gone now. The tape's gone. The protection is no longer there. Kinesiology won't save our champion. And MJF is just here to prove one point. He doesn't care about these fans. He is better than everyone in his own mind 5 times over, and he believes we all know it. Or ought to. And he wants to put that on display right now. Ripping at the facial features of Rickey Shane Page. No matter how many times you get torn by barbed wire, that fish hooking cannot be comfortable.
MJF he's gotten into a rhythm here. You see him just wrenching down on that left shoulder across the top rope.
Not only using the ropes, but also some single-digit manipulation.
You know, as much pain as MJF is distributing to Rickey Shane Page, you got to remember, Rickey Shane Page, a Tournament of Death champion. He can take a beating and keep on coming. So it's going to take a hell of a lot of beating to that shoulder to put the man down for a count of 3.
And to your point, we only got a 1 count with that pinfall attempt by MJF.
It may just be about neutralizing the offense of Rickey Shane Page later in this contest. I think MJF's got to open as many windows as he possibly can if he hopes to survive this match, let alone win. And just like that, RSP uses the free hand to beat the wind out of the chest of MJF.
Missing with that third shot.
Right back to the arm.
But only getting a 2 count again. And once again, MJF's frustration is being seen across his face.
He can wear down those limbs, but it's going to take a very significant blow here tonight.
What he can't do is let the big man get to his feet.
stretching the bounds of that count to 4.5.
Again, flexing for the crowd is MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman.
You better stay on the champ, pal.
That's not how you win championships here. So I'm just tear away the rest of that tape.
Just a regular old punch to the shoulder, to the deltoid there. And another clubbing blow. Talk about passe.
It's just so frustrating watching MJF compete. Like, he is a phenomenal athlete and a good competitor, but
he's such a dick.
Exactly.
Enziguri by Ricky Shane Page.
And Ricky Shane Page is the exact opposite of that. Oh, no. Much strength on display from MJF, hooking the leg, but again, only getting a 2 count.
Both competitors.
And there's that hothead again. That hothead is MJF.
MJF back up to his feet first. That's been the narrative ever since he rang the arm across the top rope.
Just stomped the left hand there of Ricky Shane Page.
Ricky's got to start protecting that arm, or at least keeping MJF off of it. Ooh, elevating RSP up to the top rope. And this might be that significant blow I was talking about earlier. He's got to take the champ crashing out of the air.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of time to get there.
Modified breaks special, and Ricky Shane Page.
There you go, Ricky. There you go.
About to break some blood vessels in the face of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Ricky Shane Page making Maxwell Jacob Friedman regret the amount of time it took for him to get set up.
Champs on the
big
top.
man goes to the top.
Oh, that is a big man coming down with a crossbody across MJF. And this is the opening RSP needed to take home the title for another night.
What a sight to see Ricky Shane Page fly through the sky and land crossbody.
With grace, with beauty.
My goodness.
Our official Nick Papa Giorgio up to a count of 5. If neither man can answer the count of 10, this match will be ruled a no contest.
Which would keep that championship around the waist of Ricky Shane Page.
Both men able to get back up to their feet.
Ooh, a short jab.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to slug it out with Ricky Shane Page.
Absolutely not.
MJF.
He's catching him with those Bruce Wayne-style back fists. Excuse me, Batman. Just a bevy of an assault there. A wide variety and a big kick to the face. He's going to have to use those legs now.
Ricky Shane Page.
There goes twist of fate.
He really loves Matt.
Trying to delete MJF from the combat zone. Side slam, hook in the leg. That's got to be a 2 and
That side slam out of that vertical suplex start. Wow, what a pretty innovative maneuver. What a creative attack.
To do it essentially with one arm. I mean, that left arm is injured. It's done. It's all right arm attacks.
Hybrid athletes, madmen, mad geniuses when it comes to violence of all varieties.
Page is definitely favoring that left arm. But he's trying to think of what he can do now with that left arm pretty much incapacitated.
For the first time in the past 5 minutes, we have RSP on his feet, in control.
Oh, come on, thumb to the eyes.
You know, as much as MJF complained about ultra violence.
Yeah, as much as he complained 1 month ago at Proving Grounds, there he goes. That's what I'm talking about. By any means necessary, this guy. Oh, God! But that's athleticism now.
Oh, that destroyer straight to an arm bar. He's got the scissors across the shoulder, and he is just pulling at that wrist.
Oh, my gosh.
And Ricky is far away from the ropes.
You can see the pain on the face of the CZW champion.
You can, but there's that determination, that heart of Ricky Shane Page.
All he needs to do is get those long legs to
the
rope. There we go. Oh, come on, break the hold, man.
Taking every second is MJF. Complaining about the rules, but there he goes, stretching them as far as they can go.
Damage has been done to the CZW World Heavyweight Champion as MJF stalks his opponent.
Pray is RSP.
RSP again jaw-jacking with the audience in attendance here tonight at the Coliseum. And he might be regretting because look at the strength and the power on display from RSP. Driving him down to the mat. Hooking the leg. We got a cover. We got a 2 count. And so close. 2 3/4. but somehow MJF surviving that encounter.
How MJF kicked out of that is so far beyond me.
RSP's got to be wondering what's left in the bag of tricks. I know there's something there, but it's going to have to be a big blow that can put the challenger down. And right now,
Oh, man.
All that weight across the arm and the shoulder of Rickey Shane Page.
right into the elbow, almost inverting the arm. 1, 2. Whoa.
Again, only a 2 count. Rickey Shane Page taking the beating, taking the punishment as best as he can and keeping his championship firmly in his grasp. And again, the frustration coming across the face of MJF.
He doesn't want to watch this belt, this legacy, go to a kid like Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who his life story has been getting handed.
Yeah, handed everything.
These opportunities, getting handed these gifts.
Look at the disrespect just kicking the face of Rickey Shane Page, and I don't know if you want to poke the bear like that.
Definitely not.
He's just pissing off Rickey Shane Page.
He's asking him for it. Oh, come on now.
There he goes, upping the ire of the champion. He's hoping he'll make a stupid mistake. Ducks the line. Rickey Shane Page catches him. MJF's back to his feet.
Oh, come on again. God damn it, again with thumb to the eyes.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, look at that roaring elbow.
MJF might be broken a
Oh,
second.
whoa.
The athleticism of the CZW World Heavyweight Champion.
It's a flurry. You can never see it coming.
And he's not done yet. He's got his eyes on the champ.
Goozles him.
Oh, if he hits this, it's over.
Go. Oh,
whoa.
no.
Whoa.
My goodness.
All
what a counter.
215 pounds of Maxwell Jacob Friedman across
Yeah,
the
but
shoulder.
look at the
and
strength of
elbow.
RSP staying on his feet and muscling up the Wired champion, driving him back first into the top rope.
Summoning the spirit of Rampage Jackson with that buckle bomb. How much more can that arm take? And how much more is in the tank of both of these men at this point? Rickey Shane Page is looking to take his challenger off the top rope. One final death blow.
Page feeding off this audience right now.
He knows one shot is all he needs right
Trying
now.
to go to the eyes again. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Talk about digit manipulation.
Oh, what's this?
Rickey Shane Page in the high rent district.
Both men high atop the combat zone, and it's not looking good for the man with the silver spoon. Superplex taking out MJF.
All Rickey Shane Page has to do is just drape himself across the body of Maxwell Jacob Friedman. This thing is over.
It begs the question, can he roll over to his opponent to get this victory? He's going to ride this one out back to his feet.
Both men back on their feet.
Oh, Rickey Shane Page out to the apron. Oh, a knee to the arm.
Oh!
No. Not the better than you driver.
Only getting it to get. Page powering out.
Yeah, I just saw Nick Papagiorgio's forehead smack off the canvas.
Oh, the way, and did you see the look on the face of Maxwell Jacob Friedman as he realized what just
go.
happened?
Here we go. Please, sir, please don't use any weapons. And here he goes.
What the hell?
Are you kidding me? Why'd the kid hand him the chair?
Kid doesn't know any better. Come on. He's young. He's impressionable.
I'm glad Dan O'Hare did.
Oh, God, that makes your blood curdle just hearing that skin on steel.
And the defiant champion of the combat zone.
That second shot to the head.
Come on.
Well, to that arm bar again.
No.
He bars up the right and then pulls the injured left arm.
All that added leverage and
This
all
is
that added
disgrace.
leverage by MJF.
Demanding that RSP not use a weapon. Demanding he not do it. And what does he do? Uses a weapon. And now we're in this predicament. RSP, he's not quitting. He's not tapping.
The champ's losing blood from that chair shot. And now MJF, why would he release the hold?
MJF now.
He's doing it
calling
again.
for a chair. Come on.
You can see the dents in that chair from Rickey Shane Page's head.
And ref, you got to get a hold of this. I mean, this is not no disqualification.
Well, this is for the CZW World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Papagiorgio knows how rabid these fans are and how.
What is this now?
The balls on Maxwell Jacob Friedman right now.
Rickey's smart. He knows he hits him in the head, he loses the championship. That's what the contract stated.
Rickey, no! Rickey, no! Nick Papagiorgio.
Oh, geez, come on now! God damn it! God damn it, not again!
That is just as much money as is in the bank accounts of Maxwell Jacob Friedman's parents. That was a dirt cheap maneuver.
I mean, why the hell would you want a championship like that? I mean, why would you not want to actually beat the champion?
Because, like we said all night long, he gets handed everything. He's a whiny, crying little boy that has always had that silver spoon in his mouth, and he got whatever he wanted, and he's going to do it again. He's going to steal the world championship.
You can see
Rickey, don't tap, man. Don't tap.
He is all of those things, but right now he's the man with the champion in a compromised position. Ricky Shane Page's face is down on the mat.
Oh, this is bad. This is a bad situation.
No, please, no. Rickey.
Is he talking to Nick?
Ricky, no, Jesus Christ,
Dude,
no.
No, come on, Ricky.
No, Nick, come on.
No. What? Come on. Oh my God.
What did I just witness?
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Papagiorgio is going to stop this match, and therefore, new Combat Zone Wrestling World Champion, Maxwell
The garbage.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe this.
The garbage that we're going to have to listen to this man spew. Well, he holds that belt for a month.
Not only did he disrespect Ricky Shane Page, he disrespected the Wired champion. He was tossed to the side. This man now represents the Combat Zone. He holds 2 championships.
And you got to think about the cowardly, reprehensible way that he won that title. There is no honor in your victory tonight, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
The record books will still state, at this time, Maxwell Jacob Friedman is the reigning CZW World Champion, the reigning CZW Wired Champion. He is undisputed in his pursuits. And right now, your thoughts have got to be with Ricky Shane Page.
He gave it all that he could, all that he had to give.
In the face of every cheap tactic that was presented tonight, and Ricky Shane Page gave up a good chunk of his arsenal, not resorting to ultra violence.
But the backhanded, straight-up illegal tactics of MJF has him walking out of here with the Combat Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
You got to think there's a future rematch, there's a future title match in store for Ricky Shane Page, and he's going to have vengeance on his mind.
And you would think that.
I would.
Now we have to listen to MJF for God knows how long.
That's the worst part about this whole thing.
He's got 2 championships. Well, we're going to send it down to Anthony Cortez Haynes at ringside right now.
Is it too late to lobby for a SHLAK title shot?
What's going on, Combat Zone? Anthony Cortez Haynes here, and my guest at this time, Anthony Bennett.
Yeah. Let's go.
Anthony, we know that you requested this time to speak on Best of the Best. You're damn right I requested this time. This best of the best. CZW needs the best. I'm the best. You got guys coming in here out of nowhere, guys like the Rascals, Myron Reed to be exact. You got Tessa Blanchard coming in here out of nowhere. Meanwhile, I'm here every month proving myself, day in and day out. I'm tired of it.
Well, my question for you is, do you think you belong in CZW?
Oh, what?
CZW is looking for its next top guy. I'm Anthony Bennett, and I've been it.
Strong words from Anthony Bennett. You can't put your hands on a CZW official or announcer. I'm sure there will be repercussions.
David Starr is a man on a mission tonight. He traveled half the world for a trophy. And he may take one home in his home promotion, Combat Zone Wrestling, here tonight. But he must pass this test.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. It is set for one fall, and it is the finals of Best of the Best 17. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action is senior CZW official, Mr. Nick Papagiorgio. Introducing first, to my right, fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He weighed in this afternoon at 194 pounds. He made his way to the finals by defeating Peter Avalon, Tessa Blanchard, and Matt Riddle. He is the cream in your coffee. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, the Jewish Cannon. The physical embodiment of charisma. The most entertaining man in professional wrestling. The Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling, Mr. American Rona, Davey Wrestling, the 104-minute man, the main event. He's really good at Twitter, the king of taunts, the product, Davey Starr. And his opponent, to my left, fighting out of Dayton, Ohio, with an official weight of 187 pounds. He made his way to the finals by defeating Trey, Miguel, Myron Reed, and Joe Gacy. He is too sick for this world. This is Zachary.
go, gentlemen. The finals of the best 17 are upon us.
This should be a classic. Both these competitors literally went through hell to make it to the finals of best of the best.
Last year, Zachary Wentz was in the tournament. Zachary Wentz watched as his trainer, his mentor, took home the trophy. It was 2 years ago that David Starr was in the ring with Jonathan Gresham, but failed to take home the trophy. And quite frankly, that's kind of been the story of David Starr's singles career here in the combat zone, failing to win the big one. But right now he's got his chance, a second chance. Not everybody gets a second chance, and he's going to make the most of it. But with Zachary Wentz, this man too sick for this world and quite possibly too sick for this tournament. But Thez Press going for an early cover here, but only getting a 2 count.
Both of these guys went to 4 big shots to start this match. Fatigue possibly playing a factor, but yikes.
Neither one of these men wanting to be the first to make a mistake that could cost them that trophy, that best of the best trophy, that coveted best of the best trophy.
Yeah, who will join the likes of Trent Acid, Jonathan Gresham? The list just goes on. You can actually see the top 10 winners on our YouTube channel now. One of these men could be entering that top 10 list at the end of this night.
You can watch every best of the best at CZWstudios.com. Subscribe. Classic collar and elbow tie-up.
And what better way to put the Rascals on the map than for Zachary Wentz to walk out of here as best of the best champion.
The one thing that both these men have in common, both men are made their name here in the combat zone as part of tag teams, winning the CZW World Tag Team Championship. But both men here tonight looking to stand on their own 2 feet.
Could be a star-making performance tonight.
And this is what David Starr has to do. He needs to go to his wrestling background, his amateur wrestling background, that ground Zachary Wentz.
If David Starr can't isolate the limbs of Zachary Wentz, he can severely limit his attacks. He can severely limit that moveset, and there you go.
Small joint manipulation.
Well, he has the left arm tied up. He's doing double damage right now. It's not just Twitter that David Starr is really good at. A professional wrestler's professional wrestler. He fancies himself. Off the ropes here, down under. A little bit of Johnny Saint in the style.
Up and over goes Zachary Wentz. Diving through the feet is David Starr, sending him off the ropes. Reversing it, ducking the clothesline. There he is, taking to the sky. That corkscrew again.
Too much sauce.
And to your point, once that pace of the match picks up, it heavily favors Zachary Wentz.
Yeah, and Wentz now, head full of steam, going off the ropes. Starr catching him.
Nearly the cherry mint DDT, but Zach evades off the ropes, down low.
He didn't like what he saw.
Man. Nearly a deep 6 variation, a back suplex onto the ring apron. That sucks. That's just steel and wood. Both men a little bit longer to get to their feet, just a little bit, a hair slower than they would have been in the first round, in the second round. And David Starr's going to slow Zachary Wentz down.
Nick Papagiorgio up to a 5 count. It'd be terrible for this to end in a double count out.
David Starr breaking up the count. And we're going right back to work on Zachary Wentz, sending him into the corner of the steel guardrail.
Not behavior typical of David Starr. But he wants this so badly. He's willing to explore all options tonight to keep his opponent down.
Well, calling his shots is David Starr.
Well, and he might be regretting it as Zachary Wentz reversing it and sending Starr head first into the guardrail.
Starr finds out the medicine is bitter. These two men fighting with an aggression. It might be uncommon if this were just any other match. Uncommon.
This is not what Zachary Wentz wants to do.
Oh, nobody wants to do that.
Let's steal into the small of the back of Zachary Wentz.
David Starr, I think, lined up that bar at the top of the guardrail with the entire spine of Zachary Wentz. He's going to be tingling for the rest of the match.
Control has been completely lost in his final matchup as David Starr finally sending Zachary Wentz back into the inside, but a lot has been taken out of Starr.
Both men favoring their spines at this point.
Both of these men showing signs of their earlier battles and the compacted injuries. I mean, they're going to feel this in the morning.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, just a stiff clothesline to the side of the neck, throwing his entire arm like a tree trunk.
Oh, man. Yeah, they'll be feeling it in the morning, but this is what it's all about, the best of the best trophy. We've seen winners from this go on to win championship gold. Man, whoa. Suplex from Zachary Wentz.
A favorite combination of Wentz.
They've won championship gold past winners. Some have even entered the CZW Hall of Fame, but right now, it's David Starr being taken to task here by Zachary Wentz.
Wentz, now that his window's opened up, he's not letting up. Looking for...
There's that standing moonsault. Typically, you see Desmond Xavier pushing him into position for the style points, but that was a lot has been taken out of David Starr, but still able to kick out before 3.
Many of Zachary Wentz's maneuvers pretty to watch, but shitty to take. That hurts a lot. Oh, stiff elbow across the jawline and into the chest of David Starr.
An exposed chest area of David Starr being punished by Zachary Wentz, cover and a count.
Put some bruising on that sternum, make it hard to breathe for the man. It's a smart strategy. So many have brought their brains to the best of the best. It's nice to see. A last chancery.
Zachary Wentz, not typical for the submission style of wrestling, but he's trying to do it here tonight against, well, his equal in tonight's festivities, David Starr.
I think tonight in this final match, we're going to see a lot of both of these guys pull out things we may not normally see.
That front chancery, that is a match ender. David Starr just getting his breath back. A near stranglehold, it looks like. Oh. Big uppercut to the solar plexus. And we're just going to trade shots here in the middle of the ring.
I think this contest is just degenerated into a slugfest.
A tough man competition taking place in the center of the combat zone. Bring
These
the crowd to life.
slugging it out here in the main event.
Oh man.
There's that forearm shot right across the chest and the chin of Zachary Wentz. But there's that foot right across the chin of David Starr. And now off the ropes he goes. Oh, being met by that clubbing arm again. Off the ropes, Starr goes, knee to the face, sending him back. Coming in with a clubbing forearm and taking out Zachary Wentz.
That clothesline might just be David Starr's most effective weapon in his arsenal. It is just ugly to watch.
Right now we have both men down on their backs. One of these men has got to answer that count of 10.
The effect starting to show on David Starr's right arm, his throwing arm right now. He's putting everything into that. Some bruising on the inside of the bicep as he checks to make sure all his teeth are still intact.
He ate those super kicks from Zachary Wentz.
Both men leaning on the ropes, requiring their surroundings just to get to their feet.
David Starr, the first up, first one to move.
Big running chop. And up,
He's
forearm.
staying on that attack. And we've seen this in the past from David Starr.
Oh, yes.
He's going to light him up with those forearm chops. Zachary Wentz now, though.
Oh.
He's answering with his own forearms and chops. Not one to be outdone. Too sick for this world. It's Zachary Wentz, and he is pummeling David Starr.
Wentz completely unloading on David Starr.
And David Starr answering with a boot to the face.
The adrenaline's running high for both of these competitors.
Both men going for the same thing. Both men knocking each other out.
And that's what it means to be best of the best here tonight.
Zachary Wentz and David Starr, they're both denying the pain.
Double clothesline.
That knee drove David Starr out of the ring.
Oh, this isn't a good place for David Starr to be, especially when you got Zachary Wentz on his feet and moving up and over, using his body as a projectile, taking out David Starr.
That vaulting body press wasn't the riskiest thing you'll see Zach Wentz do, but it was super effective.
This crowd really firmly behind the action that we're seeing here in the main event of Best of the Best 17. Only one of these men can take home the trophy.
And this could be it. If he hits this, it's over.
And right now it's looking like Zachary Wentz is that man to take home the trophy. Oh, no, crash. Oh, no, he didn't.
No, he saves himself.
Rolled through it.
Oh, but a back body drop.
Oh.
That time it wasn't looking too good for Zachary Wentz.
His body was bent in every direction, over the ropes, against the mat.
Starr feeling and turning him inside out.
It.
This is it.
Hooking to leg 2 and only a 2 count. This match continues on.
How close did David Starr come to being the best of the best?
A second away, according to Nick Papagiorgio.
David Starr, he wants his names in the lights. He wants his names etched in stone with the likes of Trent Acid, Drake Younger, Adam Cole. The list, it goes on and on.
He's trying to gather that energy. He's trying to concentrate for that straight jacket German suplex. Zach Wentz slips out. Oh, big back elbow. Cartwheels out of the way of a back body. Oh, back elbow of his own. Zach Wentz goes to the breadbasket. Oh, gets that modified lung blower.
Driving those knees into the face and neck area of,
quite frankly,
David Starr.
Neither man has really had a sustained period of being in control. It's kind of been a back and forth with the Magdalene. The Magdalene, it's got to be it.
There's a lot of control
1,
there.
2, and 3. No, somehow. Starr getting that shoulder up. Wentz smartly. Standing moonsault. Hooking the leg again. 2 and, no, somehow. David Starr keeping this match alive. And Wentz smartly trying to stay on the attack. Going to his heavy arsenal now. Going high atop the combat zone. Too sick for this world. Slowing his body to the wind. Caution to the wind. Hook in the leg. 1, 2, and again.
The Senton Atomico, not enough to put David Starr away. Zachary Wentz has expended a lot of his arsenal. He's got to dig deep. He's got to find that confidence and find that energy to take this trophy home to Dayton.
How much deeper can Zachary Wentz dig? He just threw everything that he had at David Starr. David Starr kicked out at 2.
Kid's about to get sick
He's
here.
not done yet.
Nope, David Starr. We're looking at Sherry Mint DDT.
David Starr,
He's
a lot has
feeling
been taken out of him.
You don't see David Starr ascend to the top rope with a prone opponent often. But tonight is unlike any other night. It's best of the best.
As we said, both of these guys are going to step outside of their wheelhouses.
Oh, Shote by
Maybe
Zachary
taking
Wentz.
way too much time. A lot has been taken out of both men. And Zachary Wentz in full control of David Starr.
Suplex
Oh, wait, he's not done.
through.
He's not done. He's hooked. Oh, wait a second. David Starr.
David Starr with a
Reversing
brainbuster to the knee. I love that move.
Oh, there it is. He's
There
got
it
the
is.
whole body
Jacket.
locked.
Oh, German, he's got the bridge.
This product placement. No, only a 2 count. Zachary Wentz just kicked out of the product placement.
I cannot believe that Zachary Wentz kicked out of that move.
Believe it, the match is still going on. These guys have fired their best shots. Mental fatigue has to wear on you at this point. What is it going to take to put this guy away? Why won't he stay down? Here we go.
He's going for that crossface now. Going back to his wrestling background, his mat wrestling background. Crossface applied. Putting all of his body weight into it. Hooking the arm now.
Right in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Zachary Wentz to go.
Rings of Saturn out of the crossface. If he can just keep Zach Wentz isolated, but no, Zach Wentz has found an opening.
He's trying to
Rolls
power
right
out of
Roll
it.
through. We got to cover again, gentlemen. But again, only a 2 count.
It can end in 3 seconds.
Oh, destroyer. Having trouble rolling him into
1.
a pinning combination. 2 and only a 2 count. You can see how awkwardly he got into that pinning predicament. Almost allowing David Starr to get out before that 3 count. What a main event. What a final match here we have at Best of the Best 17.
Very deserving of tonight's event. Very, very deserving of these 2 competitors to be in the main event, to compete for this title.
Neither of these competitors willing to concede defeat here tonight.
And almost as though they're willed on by the Combat Zone faithful. These men leaning on each other to get back to their feet. They must continue to fight. There's no other option. Stiff palm strike. And another.
Slugging it out in the center of the ring. A lot has been taken out of both these men. Both these men have done everything, have pulled every move they could possibly think of, and this is what it might come down to. Who can throw them hands better than the other? But right now, both men able to do it. Both men not saying die, not going down, but Zachary Wentz getting the upper hand. Oh, ducking the kick. Oh, but not ducking that second one.
Right on the chin.
Starr throwing Wentz to the outside.
Oh,
springboard clothesline.
What is David Starr thinking now?
Oh! Face first into the mat he goes.
This has got to be his moment. David Starr must end this match.
Starr.
No, it couldn't be.
He's got him packaged up.
I've never seen.
Oh, my God almighty.
Never, ever have I seen a package pile driver quite like that.
1, 2, and
wow!
David Starr. That's it. David Starr is your best of the best champion. Here comes DJ Hyde with the trophy.
What a match. What a victory for David Starr.
Vindication.
Finally winning the big one here tonight at Best of the Best 17. His name now joins the likes of Trent Acid, Drake Younger, Sammy Callahan, Black Cheese, Joker, Adam Cole, Jonathan Gresham, and I know I'm missing a hell of a lot more. But tonight, David Starr, the 17th Best of the Best champion.
What a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, your best of the best, 17 champion, the product, David Starr.
There you hear it from the man himself, DJ Hyde. Crowning our new best of the best champion.
You see the outpouring of emotion on the face of David Starr. He's worked so hard for this moment.
No time to hide that emotion now.
For years, David Starr was pretty much branded as a tag team wrestler, a good hand. But here tonight, he takes his game to the next level. And you gotta imagine big things are ahead for David Starr in the future here in CZW.
And Zachary Wentz as well put up a hell of a fight. Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about here. Best of the Best 17, respect being shown between these two finalists.
You don't get too many, but here's a feel-good moment from Combat Zone Wrestling to you.
Are you kidding me?
What the hell?
Are you kidding me?
What an asshole.
Are you kidding me?
Of all of the times for Maxwell Jacob Friedman to make something about himself, David Starr on the biggest stage here as the best of the best is going to be interrupted by the new CZW World Heavyweight Champion.
This is David Starr's moment. MJF, you could have had your moment if you weren't a complete asshole, quite frankly. You would have had these people on their feet if you weren't a complete asshole. But here we are.
Allow me to make something perfectly clear. Tonight wasn't about this. Wasn't even about this.
Throwing aside the wire shit.
It was was about this, which means I'm better than you, and you know it.
Oh, double super kicks, silencing Maxwell, Jacob, Friedman.
And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Why didn't DJ throw one?
Well, DJ Hyde now holding the Wired Championship.
I'm officially stripping that piece of garbage of this title right now.
That's huge.
Progress, gotta love it.
Yeah, progress, another great decision by our owner. Starting to think he knows what he's doing again.
Next month in Prelude to Violence, we're going to have a little mini competition. And the winner will be the new CZW Wired Champion. And you are going to be the first person in.
Zachary Wentz contending for the Wire Championship, the newly vacated Wire
I just
Championship.
have one thing to say to both these men before I let David Starr have his moment to talk to you people. These two are the future of CZW. This is what it's going to be about. These guys are the standard bearers. They're going to put this company on their back with them and all those guys in the back. I couldn't be happier and prouder to have guys like Zachary Wentz, Desmond Xavier, David Starr, Rickey Shane Page here. And gentlemen, for what you guys went through and did tonight, I'm proud for you to represent Combat Zone Wrestling.
Someone's getting fired.
The reason I wanted to be a part of CZW was because of Best of the Best 10 and watching Adam Cole and Sami Callihan beat the shit out of each other. And for the past 5 years that I've been a part of CZW, I've made it my mission to win Best of the Best. And right now I stand here with the fucking trophy! Now I'm well aware that I'm not here as often as I'd like to be. I'm also well aware that there's a lot of bullshit talk about things outside of CZW, when the only thing we need to focus on is CZW. CZW has been a standard bearer for independent professional wrestling, and that will continue as long as my ass is here. Every single place I go, all over the fucking planet, I represent CZW proudly. I am a CZW student. I am a CZW mainstay. I am the fucking man in CZW. And now, I get to add a nickname to my super awesome list. And yeah, that also means you all have to buy brand new shirts now with all of my nicknames that you will not unfold at my display table. Now, I stand here with this Best of the Best trophy because of guys like DJ Hyde. And that's the truth. People give him a lot of bullshit, and guess what? He deserves about 100% of it. But I love the cream in the coffee. Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, the Jewish cannon, the physical, embodiment